So
Yeah, definitely. So Amanda isn't the only new member of Into Eternity. You also got a new drummer by the name of Brian Newberry from Death
yeah.
Toll.
Mhm.
Um, has how's it been with him? Like working with him lately?
Oh, it's been just great. He's like a young guy, and his technique is just. I can't believe the stuff he was doing. Like, well, I guess he just turned 25, but at 24, we're jamming with him, or was he 23? And he was just the blast beats and the techniques and everything was there. So the prog stuff he's gonna work more with, I think. He doesn't play a whole lot of prog metal, I don't think. But we wanted a real aggressive drummer, someone that could do very like fast tempos, because we like to play at 220, like severe emotional distress is like 220 beats per minute. But then, for instance, a song like Suspension of Disbelief off the Scattering album is like 240, and he actually has to do double bass. So Brian's like running as fast as he can. Like it's very hard drumming, so that's kind of why they call us like extreme progressive metal, because our tempos are quite high. Unusually high for a prog band, I would say.
Yeah.
Certainly, you guys can really crank them out.
Yeah. So, yeah, but working with Brian is great, and he's such a nice, really comes from a great family. Like, we stayed at his parents' house in Edmonton, and he had a great upbringing, and he's really respectful, not like a normal metal person at all, actually. He's kind of like he's like a monk, kind of, real laid back, but has a sense of humor. Yeah, he's a fun guy.
That's awesome. I mean, now there are some fans you have out there who are comparing Sandstorm to some of your older material, like for example, Dead or Dreamin'.
Yeah.
Was it a conscious decision to take things back to like the sound for Sandstorm?
No, definitely not. It was just that song was a very special song because it just wrote itself in one sitting, the entire song. So, no, there was no thinking like that at all. Like, I never think like that when I'm writing music. I never think, well, what did I do on that one album? In fact, what I do is after I write a riff, I actually block it out of my memory and try to actually forget it. That's why I can't teach anyone my music, because I always try to forget it in a way. I almost have to relearn some stuff at times. So I always try to keep my mind blank in a way. It's weird, but that's just how my mind works.
Oh, I mean, that's awesome.
Certainly a way to keep things fresh.
Yeah, when people mock us online and say that this sounds like this, I'm sure it does because I'm writing it. but I'm not intentionally trying to do that, because I couldn't write the same thing twice. Like Yngwie Malmsteen, for instance, had a quote. He said, "If you can't improvise, then you can't create." And that is so true. Every day I improvise in front of my computer and I come up with riffs, but you forget the other ones. Of course, everyone has their favorite positions to go into. I'm not some musical genius, so I just play music for fun, dude. That's it.
Well, I would argue that you are indeed a musical genius, regardless if you admit it or not.
No, I just jam riffs. That's it.
So anyway, speaking about Sandstorm, from what I understand, the song was lyrically inspired by the events that led to the death of Osama bin Laden. Can you tell us a little bit about the lyrics of Sandstorm?
I don't talk about the lyrics at all, but they exactly were inspired. It was on every day on CNN. Well, here I guess it was HLN, Headline News or something. I usually have it on my TV. So, yeah, that's exactly what it was written about at that exact time. Caught inside a sandstorm, It says it all. They're not like poetic words or anything. It's real, just straight up, very easy words, and that was a very conscious decision, for sure.
Awesome.
Nice. Now, Into Eternity, they took an extensive break after your son was born, which, by the way, congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime. But it seems now things coming back to full force, and to have a little more time to work now. I mean, do you have a little more time to work now that your son's, starting to get older?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly why this is happening now. Because my life is actually stable now, and it was exactly falling apart at the end of '07. And then my father passed away December 15th in 2007. So all of '08 was that whole grieving area. But then at the same time, the girlfriend, who's now my wife, said, we're also pregnant. But at the same time, we had just cut an album, had tours booked. So I wasn't expecting my dad to die and to have a son on the way in like a matter of a couple months. So that just completely changed my whole life, because up until that point, I just was 100% banned. Everything was banned. Like we all lived for the band. There's nothing else but the band. But now it's strange because in my life, I'm actually have to split up my life now into actual responsibilities, being a father, I'm running a business now. And now in turn, I'm stable. And Luca is now over 3. And he loves to play the guitar, so we'll see.
I'm sure he'll be a shredder just like his old man.
Yeah, but things are going great now. So the band, it's a good time to come back now.
Yeah, so now that things are, coming back to full force, can you tell us a little bit about some future touring plans for 2012?
Well, yeah, we're working on it right now. We have our Canadian booking agent, Sandy, is working on a full Canadian tour. We've never done our whole country. We go up to like Quebec City, Quebec City to Vancouver 1,000,000 times, but I'd like to get farther east. And then we have to go into the U.S. We've had one tour offer for August in the U.S. And we're also going to be working with a brand new booking agency as well, which we're working on too. So we hope to get to the UK and Asia and Europe. We want to do the European festivals. So yeah, things are looking up, actually. Now that we have Amanda, we can start to book shows.
Awesome.
So Amanda is saving the band. People shouldn't look at it so much as a negative. Oh, why is Stu gone? How could we do this? But, our band will go bankrupt if we don't get out there and start playing shows. And as people know, we like to play live. So
definitely. So the last 2 albums you guys had, you made a couple of music videos for. Do you have any plans for like a new music video for the new songs? And if that's the case, which would you want to hope to tape?
Yeah, we'd want to for sure do one for, we were talking about Sandstorm originally, to do out by the sand dunes here. We have some sand dunes about 4 hours away or something.
Oh, nice.
So we had talks about that, working with this Calgary guy. But I really love the Final Darkness stuff that Rob did, the video that he's going to have there. I'd love to go to Serbia and do a video up there.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I can't wait to see that video.
Yeah, because the Cataclysm video was amazing, just amazing video. So, yeah.
So speaking of Sandstorm, you've got another new song that's by the time this interview comes out, it will have just dropped.
Okay.
Fukushima.
Yes, Fukushima.
So both Fukushima and Sandstorm seem to be inspired by major world events. Can you tell us a little bit about the lyrical content of Fukushima?
Well, we got to go to Japan a couple times in '09 and 08 and '09, I guess we had gone, and had just a great time, treated so good, like the best we've ever been treated. And everyone has hotel rooms, and the venues are amazing, We got to go there at the Haunted and, Destruction, Dillinger Escape Plan, bands like these. So hanging out with the bands was amazing in Japan, and the people and the culture, and it just, I guess it struck with all of us how amazing it was. The second time we even took, Stu brought his girlfriend, who he's going to marry, Christina. I brought my wife, and Justin brought his wife, and so we were just blown away by it. And then, again, I have it on the news channel, usually at home when I'm practicing my guitar. Usually in the background, I have that headline news on. And this Fukushima, and then on the internet, everything was Fukushima, Fukushima, Fukushima after the tsunami in March. So that's all I was following every day. I was kind of like a junkie, I guess, a news junkie. I think I get addicted to certain things, like as far as learning guitar, I would just sit there for 10 hours a day and work on guitar. And I'm the same way kind of with information now. I'll be going on the internet and trying to search out topics or read books, And but every day was this Fukushima, and I had the music already playing through my computer, and the first line I had written down on my notepad was Fukushima. It was just constant, and that vocal melody, you know, it matched up perfectly with the word Fukushima. So it just spoke to me, and that was it. That's what the song was, and we took it from there.
Yeah, I mean, Japan is an amazing place. I mean, metal bands when they go out there are so well respected. The shows out there are like awesome, like fantastic.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah. So
they put me in the guitar magazine there, Young Guitar in Japan. So I have copies of this Japan guitar magazine with me in it, and it's just, you know, it's really my dream come true in that sense. To get recognized, and I'm just some like kid from you know, Saskatchewan, Canada, in the middle of nowhere, and the fact that you could do something like that, I think, is just sweet. You know,
it's awesome. Now,
yeah.
Before you can go, can you just briefly tell us, for us and all the Into Eternity fans out there, what is the future for Into Eternity?
Well, this is it. Song by song, we're recording and starting to play shows, and we're taking it from there. We're going to hopefully play the world, Wherever we can play, we will. We'll see. Maybe no one will book us. We'll see. I don't know. It's tough to say what'll happen, I guess, in that sense. We're a self-contained band, though. Our plan is to play shows.
Well, awesome. I can't wait to come see you guys again. This time we'll actually get to meet in person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming coming on the show and taking your time. I know you're busy. And,
yeah, no worries.
Hopefully we'll keep in touch.
Well, you're our biggest supporter out there, so.
I try.
Yeah, I always got to make time for you. So for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Okay. Yeah, take care.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
Bye.